Have you ever felt like you were built for something greater, but couldn't quite reach it? Like you were born with power inside of you, but somehow life dulled it down. You wake up, scroll your phone, go through the motions, and by the time the day ends, you've barely lived. If that's you, then this video is for you. Because I'm going to tell you something most people won't. Something that could change everything. You see, most men today are not weak because they were born that way. They're weak because they were trained to be. Trained to seek comfort. Trained to stay quiet. Trained to give in every time they feel the slightest discomfort. The world told you, don't be too aggressive, don't be too intense, don't be too ambitious. And now look at us, a generation of men afraid of their own potential. But here's the truth, a man who cannot control himself will be controlled by everything around him. And most men, they're being controlled by lust, by distraction, by fear. The real war isn't on the battlefield anymore. It's not in politics or in the streets. It's inside your own head. And if you don't learn to win that war, you will live and die without ever knowing what you were truly capable of. There's a silent suffering in modern men. We've become masters at hiding it. You smile in public, but you're empty in private. You pretend you're fine, but deep down you're tired. Tired of lying to yourself. Tired of breaking promises to yourself. Tired of watching your life pass you by while you're stuck in the loop. And the worst part, no one's coming to save you. Here's what they won't teach you in school, on social media, or even in therapy. The way out isn't found in softness. It's found in discipline. True, raw, painful, powerful discipline. Not the kind you fake for a few weeks. I'm talking about the kind of discipline that breaks you, then builds you back up into a man you've never met before. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you went a full week without watching porn? Without mindless scrolling? Without running to something to numb the discomfort inside? Most men have never done it. Most men live as slaves to their impulses. But here's what happens when you stop giving in. Your mind starts to clear. Your posture changes. You start walking differently, talking differently. People notice. Why? Because you've stopped leaking your power. You've started retaining it. This is the power of NoFap. But don't get it twisted. It's not about just avoiding porn. That's the surface. NoFap is about reclaiming control over the most primal urge inside you. It's about learning how to direct your energy into something bigger than you. When you stop chasing cheap pleasure, you begin building real power. Suddenly, the fog starts to lift. You can think again. You can feel again. You can create again. You don't just train discipline in the gym or by avoiding temptation. You build it in silence when no one is watching. It's in the small moments. When you choose water over soda. When you walk instead of scroll. When you stay calm in the storm. These moments seem insignificant alone, but together they sculpt the man you become. They build integrity, and that's something you carry with you everywhere. It doesn't shout. It doesn't brag. It just is. And people can feel that energy before you even speak. But it's not easy. You're going to feel the resistance. The old habits will try to pull you back. You'll feel the urge to give in when you're tired, stressed, or bored. That's the test. That's the battle. And that's when most men fall, because they don't have a reason to keep going. That's where purpose comes in. If you don't have a mission in your life, then your desires will control you. You need a clear reason to get up early, to say no to temptation, to keep showing up when no one's clapping for you. Maybe your mission is to build a strong body. Maybe it's to become financially free. Maybe it's to become a better father, a better leader, a better man. It doesn't matter what the mission is. What matters is that you have one. What most people don't understand is that masculine energy isn't about dominance, it's about direction. It's the ability to stay centered when the world tries to pull you off track, to act with clarity when others panic. It's what makes men leaders, protectors, providers, not just of money, but of peace, purpose, and power. This kind of energy doesn't come from chasing attention. It comes from having a vision and moving toward it like your life depends on it. Because in many ways, it does. Now listen carefully. You are not broken. You are not weak. You are just undisciplined. And discipline can be trained, just like a muscle. Every time you say no to temptation, you grow stronger. Every time you show up to the gym when you don't feel like it, you grow tougher. Every time you hold yourself accountable, you build unshakable self-respect. That's what creates a powerful presence. Not your height, not your clothes, not your social status. Presence is the energy of a man who has faced himself, who has gone to war with his own demons and refused to quit. When you walk into a room, people feel it, even if you don't say a word. That's real power, the kind that can't be bought or faked. As you elevate, you'll lose people. Friends who only knew the old you, environments that no longer fit. Even family might not understand what you're becoming. That's part of the price. Growth demands isolation before it rewards you with elevation. Don't fear the loneliness. It's where your new identity forms. Learn to sit in silence, to reflect, to feel everything you've been avoiding. Because once you can face yourself fully, nothing outside of you can control you again. You don't get that power from watching videos. You get it from living the truth behind them. From turning off your phone, taking a breath, and getting to work. Every representative, every decision, every uncomfortable choice. These are the bricks that build the man you were meant to be. There's also something to be said about how you carry pain. Every scar, every disappointment, every time you were betrayed or abandoned, it all has weight. But you can either let it break you or let it mold you. The disciplined man doesn't pretend he's unhurt. He uses his pain as fuel. He transforms wounds into wisdom. That's what separates those who stay bitter from those who rise above it all with clarity, grace, and quiet strength. And no, you won't see results overnight. This is not a quick fix. You'll fall. You'll fail. You'll want to quit. But if you keep going, something incredible happens. One day you'll wake up and realize you're no longer the same man. You speak differently. You walk differently. You carry a calm confidence that others can't explain, but they can feel. Finally, let's talk about legacy, because this isn't just about your body, your money, or your presence. It's about the imprint you leave behind. Every man will die, but not every man will be remembered. What will your sons say about you? What kind of energy will linger in the rooms you leave? Discipline ensures that your life echoes beyond your years. It's not about being perfect. It's about choosing the harder path every day, so others might have a better one after you're gone. That's the reward of discipline. Not applause, not validation, but internal peace. The peace of knowing you are living as the man God created you to be. And let me tell you this, your transformation doesn't just impact you. When one man changes, he creates a ripple effect. His family changes, his community changes, his future children change. You become a leader, not because you shout the loudest, but because you've mastered yourself. Most men don't realize how much their environment is shaping them until they step outside of it. The music you listen to, the people you hang around, the things you scroll past each day, they're programming you, slowly and quietly, until you start thinking like everyone else, wanting what everyone else wants, fearing what they fear. But the disciplined man becomes conscious of his inputs. He doesn't let the world dictate his mindset. He curates what he consumes, because he knows that what enters his mind eventually becomes his life. You'll start to notice something else too. Your intuition sharpens. When you quiet the chaos, your instincts grow louder. You begin to see through lies, detect hidden motives, sense danger before it arrives. That's not magic. That's clarity born from restraint. When you no longer chase validation or dopamine, your perception deepens. You begin to feel more, see more, know more. This is the warrior's edge, awareness sharpened by self-mastery. And eventually, the greatest reward of discipline isn't power or success, it's self-respect. You look in the mirror and see someone you trust, someone you admire, not because others do, but because you know how hard it was to become him. You remember every dark morning, every lonely night, every setback you overcame. And that reflection looking back at you, that's a man you'd go to war with. That's a man you've earned. If you made it until here, leave a crown emoji in the comments. I'm doing a little experiment, and I want to see how many of you reach the end and are truly willing to finish what they start. And remember, live with honor or die a coward. Thank you so much for watching. Take care and stay strong.